Welcome to this look at Elmcreek, not the previous one. This is new screenshots, more information that have been released via blog and at the first day of FarmCon yesterday by Giants. We are going to be looking into some of the screenshots that were released, a lot of the information from the blog, but also I'm prefacing this by saying that a lot of the screenshots that you're going to see I've taken from the video that was released as part of FarmCon yesterday. There was a video within that with the senior level designer Florian Boos from Giant Software explaining how Elmcreek came to be, the inspiration, where it came from, the layouts of the farms, the areas, more facts and impressions of it. I can't put that video up, but that video link is in the description here. So what we're going to be doing is having a look at some screenshots I've taken, mixed in with the screenshots from the blog to see what's new. So, what's different from Ravenport? That's where it starts off. The most obvious difference compared to Ravenport, which obviously was the US map in Farming Simulator 19 upon release, is the flat landscape. It has no coastline. Instead, Elmcreek has a hidden canyon with a cave which contains big rocks embedded seamlessly into the landscape. In the inverted commas flat area, you'll also notice slight increases and decreases in elevation. I do like an undulation. So you can drive under our railroad line, which goes straight through the land with its underpasses, and you can even drive over it when you come across the railroad bridge or some of the various other bridges on the map that go above rivers and streams. What else is there to discover? The focus of Elmcreek is on vast areas of farmland. It's basically a large industrial area with some residential areas and businesses. There are still spurs of infrastructure reminiscent of a large town on the map. There's a gas station, which we've already seen pictures of, various small businesses, residential areas, even a baseball stadium, which we've also seen pictures of already, and a bowling centre. But also, if you pay close attention, there are some spots to discover that are even special to the seasonal cycles in the game. As far as I can tell, that's referring to areas like the canyon. I think it's going to be in the winter. It's already said on one of the other videos there's going to be snowmen. I think there's going to be ponds and lakes may freeze up, waterfalls, that kind of thing. Icicles are going to be things to look out for if you decide to run the seasonal cycles. How does the farm layout look? Well, they decided to place the farm in the middle of the map so that players can spread out to all sides and have all possibilities to create their own unique farm. To do this, it says we reduced the number of additional decorative buildings in the farm area and decided to make the buildings open and accessible. This way you have more space for your own buildings without those you don't need getting in the way. Both the garage and barn interiors feature multiple levels. You can drive into the buildings and store your vehicles there. The barn can also be used as storage room for pallets, big bags or other items you need for your farm operations. Forklifts and other small vehicles will fit through most of the doors. What about field shapes and sizes? The fields may seem small at the beginning of your career, but remember, in the beginning you won't have much money. The bigger the field, the higher the costs. In total, there are 81 predefined fields on Elmcreek, more than we've had before. And when it talks about predefined, we've seen it on other maps as well, on modded maps, that you'll have the fields put out with numbers on. So often we'll have contracts on. Then there'll be areas normally of grassland, or it might even be woodland or whatever, that you can then subsequently buy, which you can plough out, you can create your own, and you can kind of extend from there. We still have larger fields typical of the region, and as always you will have the ability to merge or create fields at your own discretion. Use the plough with create fields enabled and use your imagination to create your own unique landscape in Elmcreek. If you look at the map, obviously if you've watched the video, you may notice various field shapes exist. Some have rounded off edges, some are shaped completely differently. This is to provide a more authentic alignment with the infrastructure and a believable embedding. That also means you'll have to be more efficient and do some additional things. You'll have to cut down trees, combine fields and adjust the field shape so that the helpers are of good help to you. We all know what AI helpers can be like. That's going to be interesting. You determine the best way for your farm to be efficient. How does it work in multiplayer? So if you explore the map and go to its corners, you'll see that farms you can use in multiplayer mode. They have the same layout concept as the starter farm, with small fields in close proximity. The surrounding fields make them an ideal starting area with opportunities to expand later. You can, of course, build your own farms however you wish on any land you own on the map, which brings me on to a point that I don't think has been covered yet. Not that I recall. I'm thinking of podcasts and stuff I've watched regarding the landscaping tool. A lot's been spoken about the seasons that's going to be in it and the maps and various different other elements, production chains. The assumption is, and I'm assuming this too, that landscaping is going to be a feature that will roll over from 19 to 22. I assume. The fact they're talking about that, you can build your farms however you wish on any land you own, I assume that's kind of a given. And that, in essence, I mean, that's looking at the additional information. Like I say, the additional screenshots that I grabbed out of there. It does go on to say, don't forget to pre-order to get your bonus. Farming Simulator 22 will release on the November 22nd for PC, Mac, PS5, Xbox Series XS, PS4, Xbox One and Google Stadia. If you pre-order now, you will receive the Class Xerion Saddle Track Pack for free. And I think a lot of places you can pre-order now already. FarmCon is continuing, as I've already said. There is today and tomorrow with more presentations, and then Saturday and Sunday will be the Farming Simulator League for anybody that's interested in watching any of the FSL. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.